Hello, adventurous travelers and friends, and welcome back to a Back with the Adventures video. Today we're headed back to Disney to the Boardwalk Resort. Now on this trip to Disney, I got the chance to stay at the Boardwalk Resort for the very first time, but I know there have been quite a few changes from how it was in the past because of COVID. So I decided to take a video and show you some of the things that were open and closed and the general ambiance of how it is now, and give you a little information on the resort itself and on my experience at the resort in its current environment. So if you want to know what it is like at the Boardwalk Resort right now with the new social distancing procedures, go ahead and keep watching. So welcome to the Boardwalk, a deluxe level on-property resort that offers extra amenities like spa, fitness, child watch. It has a unique theme of a 20th century Pacific boardwalk area and unique items as well, like these nanny chairs, which come from a 19th century European carousel, hand-painted and gold-leafed, but creepy as all get out. This is the check-in area. You check in for the Disney Inn and Villas at the same spot. We were at the Villas, as that's the DVC side of things. The check-in area has a gorgeous chandelier and this beautiful little carousel. As you can see with people walking around, in all places of the resort outside your room, you do have to wear a mask. And a lot of the activities out on the boardwalk have changed. Now here we are walking right outside the lobby, and you can see this beautiful green patch of land. They still did have movies going on. I saw an inflatable screen that they were projecting a movie on at one point in this area. I didn't attend it. There weren't a lot of people around. It's definitely more of a ghost town here than ever before. Now coming down the stairs on the left and to the left of that lawn where the movies are taking place, you can go out to the Luna Park pool, which is kind of the main pool and the loud pool. And to the left you'll see they do have the gyms. My husband used the gyms. They are still available, so you can definitely go in there and use that. I'm sure you have to wear a mask likely the whole time, so it might be a little difficult, but definitely it's still available. And the pools themselves are still available and are a little more relaxed on the mask usage. Obviously, when you're swimming, wearing a mask isn't going to do you much good. Now this pool was very interesting in its construction. You can see it's got this creepy clown slide, but it was quite fun to go down. Heading out from that pool, you'll see there also is typically an arcade. This was definitely closed and not for use at this time. The other pools though were open as well. These are the leisure pools, and they are definitely a quieter spot. They're meant to be a little more quieter, a little more relaxing. Now heading out onto the boardwalk, you'll see it is very empty. They had signs for social distancing, tables were out but marked for social distancing. The friendship boats were not operating. This was July, and they typically would take you to Epcot, Hollywood, the other parks, but they were not in use. Although for this park, Epcot and Hollywood are so close, I'm not sure you really need them, but they must have been fun. They also typically have bike rentals, and those were not available at this time either. Now the stores we went by and the activities that are typically on the boardwalk were kind of hit and miss. One of the locations that was open for eating was the Trattoria al Forno. I don't believe they are holding the Bon Voyage breakfast with characters, but they still had some amazing food, and they've got their little pizza to go window if you want to grab a bite quickly. The Boardwalk Bakery was also open. The one saddest part about staying at the Boardwalk was that the Apple Hills Creamery is closed, and I believe it might not be reopening. It's definitely something that's been talked about for quite some time. I've heard great things, but I never got to partake. Now, one of the best parts about staying at the Boardwalk, and is still true today, is that it is just a short walk around the corner from the International Gateway entrance to Epcot. So if you are interested in knowing more about how to get into the parks, I do have another video on that I'll link above. If you are heading to Hollywood, you can walk, or if you're interested, you can still use the skyline right now, which was really fun to do. Now, the boardwalk is definitely different. There's a lot of things that aren't available that typically would be, but I think because of its proximity to the parks, the gorgeous views, and some of the amazing food we had at Trattoria, it's still a great place to stay. Hopefully things will begin to open up further as the year progresses and as things get better around the world in our health crisis. Despite the activities and the outdoor things that are closed, the rooms are still as lovely as ever, and I did a little tour of my room for you to see. Now when I say my room, I mean the room that my parents had where I slept on that lovely pull-out couch. It's got a gorgeous kitchenette, a nice little table. We were able to bring food from home and save some money. And it's got the master room. The master room and the living room connect out to a balcony with a view of the boardwalk, which is absolutely gorgeous. There's also a bathroom with a tub, a sink, and a large closet, and a secondary bathroom with the toilet and a shower. It's also got a washer and dryer if anything gets dirty. Well guys, I hope you learned a lot about what it's like at the Boardwalk Resort now, so you can determine whether or not you would like to go on your next trip to Disney. I know a lot of things have changed at Disney, but I think it can still be an amazing and magical experience. If we have the right expectations, then we won't be too disappointed if certain things are closed, because we'll know beforehand. So that's what I'm trying to prepare you for, is the right expectations so that you can have the best adventure at the happiest place on earth. Now, if you like videos like this, where I talk about Disney, where I give information on travel, and where I prepare you for your travels or prepare for my own travels, please subscribe below. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Bye, travelers!